Hello there, good people. Good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. How are you all doing? Today is a Friday here in Bangladesh, and it's a weekend for us. So, in general, we're going through lockdown. It's a fourth day, I think. Yeah, fourth day or third day of lockdown. We are going through, the to battle the corona situation. We have the second wave going on, and it's getting really bad. Like a lot of affected people and number of death is increasing. So please stay home, stay safe, and if you go out to get food for your family and other stuff, please do maintain health regulation, wear your mask and everything. You know the drill. Since last year we are doing that, right? So I plan to do this episode. This is not a fragrance review. I'm going to be doing a review after this. Then if I feel better, the like somewhere along the day I'll do some more reviews if I do feel good. So my scent of the morning before I start the talk, it's this one, Prada L'Homme Lou. Okay, like watery loam. This is very nice iris. I think there is a nice sort of, this iris is very nicely done. It's very crisp. Let me refresh that. I applied it like not long, 1 hour ago. Yeah, it's just very relaxing, very soothing, and very comforting, sort of like a light, citrusy, kind of irisy kind of fragrance. Maybe part of there's a little bit vetiver in there. So very nice for fragrance, because right now it's very, very hot. You cannot turn on the AC for even 10 minutes. Your skin starts to burn. So hot outside, even in the early morning. It's 10 a.m., but it's very hot. So the topics I wrote down already. Let's see how we can start. Okay. So these are the thoughts, like I have, while I was, you guys, I'm going through the COVID situation for last 13 days, and I'm basically always home on the bed, sleeping, recovering and stuff like that. So I do have a lot of thoughts. So first thought that came to me is that how important it is, like how people make difference. Okay, so if you are here like watching fragrance reviews and you're thinking like, hey, this is a fragrance review, no, if you don't like non-fragrance related content, you can stop watching, no problem. But yeah, I was saying how important it is for like what difference people make. Look at, like, for example, if I give example, it will be better in that way. Let's say organization like an office or a company, let's say HP, okay, or BMW or any other company, renowned companies, or let's say Gordon Ramsay's restaurant, right? You guys know they have the whole huge reputation, Starbucks, Burger King, these brands, right? You always see the product, and you always go for like the brands, but you do not know, like you don't realize sometimes what makes this brand, or what makes these brands successful or keep running every day. They're always not machines, they're always people behind it. Let it be the brain, like strategy, people who draw strategies, or people who are working hard honestly for a company. These people are the one that's making the difference. It's not auto generated. It's not given that they're gonna stay successful always. To stay on the top, to stay one of the best business, as a best business, you really have to strive every day. If you are the best, you have to keep up that work and improve some more. See, like another example I can give you, like back in the time we used to use mobile phones, right? When it started coming out first, like the handsets, and then you use that, I back then there was no iPhone. There was like Nokia, there was Sony Ericsson, brands like that. We used to use the very normal phones. Then the camera phone came, then the like more smartphones started coming out. But our era, like Nokia 3310 would be a legend, right? So to beat that phone, many companies tried. Samsung tried, many other companies tried, but that phone seemed like not destructible. You cannot drop it and break it and it will be gone. No, I dropped it literally once. I had one 3310. I dropped it from Surya KLCC Mall. If you've been there in Malaysia, I was in like level 4, I think, the top level, where Kinokuniya is, the bookshop, and it fell all the way. Boom, 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 boom. It fell on the floor. I ran and I got the phone. I put things back. It started working fine. Nothing happened to it. So to beat that phone, many companies tried, but the Nokia 3310 was absolute legend. So why is that? Just their, like right now, like it's between Samsung, and iPhone. Where did sound the best? The reason being, their team, their effort, their how honestly they work. If you, let's say, work in Burger King, not every Burger King is the same. Like in my humble opinion, I tried Burger King in different places. the taste varies, like one place is okay, other place is very good, which is in diplomatic zone. So what I'm trying to say is how you vision yourself, how people run their business, how dedicated people are. You can tell people, like make law, you can put a traffic signal. Developed countries, people will just stop at a red signal, okay? They know this is time to stop and let people pass by or other cars go. You don't need a traffic sergeant. But in our countries, we do need, because people are too smart for their own good, right? So these are the things, like we sometimes brag about, being like, fasting month comes, this is where I will talk about the religious stuff. But just people say a lot of things, but they don't realize they are not really following the basics, okay? They are not following the principles. If you are not honest, you will not be able to succeed at all. You can manipulate your way. Some people want shortcuts, but in the end of the day, it's people who make the difference. Honest, hardworking people who believe in God. And even if you do not believe in God, but if you believe in principle, you believe in honesty, that's what makes a huge difference. So human beings matter. If you do good, you'll get good. And country or an organization is always great because people are doing great. People are doing their part. So are you doing your part? Don't worry about your next person. If you're doing your part, you can make a difference, okay? That's the first point. Second point is a lot of people nowadays, not nowadays, it has been like, I tell you one thing. I used to think like, how come world became so bad? I talked to my friend Gabe. He always watches me. Hi Gabe, how are you doing? I think he's in UAE at this moment. One of the genuine persons and really intelligent person. He writes books. He's an author. So he works with fragrances as well, and he used to work with sports. So this guy told me, Joy, you see, like, you're getting frustrated, when you see people are being corrupt and they do wrong things, and you think this is happening just today. It used to happen for a number of years, like centuries, like people, like hundreds of years, people have been doing this, bad things, just that there was no social media at that time. Like before Facebook came, you think rape didn't happen, murder didn't happen, racism didn't happen? They did, we just didn't see it. Nowadays we see it because it's uploaded in media, right? So one part I just want to pick out, like, because I cannot cover all the points. This one part really makes me worried that people say things they do not mean, okay? What I mean by that, good and bad both. There's this one class of people, when you see, you put a status or you commented on something of their post and they did not react, and they just like said, okay, like, and you're like, this guy doesn't care for me, this guy doesn't respect me, doesn't love me. I told him a suggestion or advice, he did not do it. As for prayers, he didn't pray for me. This is one kind of people, actually they did, from their heart they did, from their genuine self they did, their dedication they did. But you think just because he did not say it out loud to your face, so he doesn't respect you. Maybe inside. In my life, I have seen so many times I misunderstood people. So this is where human life, learning curve, you really have to learn. I used to think like, oh, this guy is not really like, respecting me. He said something, he probably doesn't respect me, but in the end, long run, he was one of the guys who stayed loyal. Okay, things like that happen. Other side is, a lot of people say you are great, you are the boss, you are wow, like I believe in you. Not everybody though, but many people they do, because they want something. I said it before. And they want to use your platform, or they just want to be popular. They want to just show how, like they are your big fan, loyal fan. But actually they are like wolves, chasing you or behind you. Moment they get a chance, they will take you down and they will just clap. And they say double, I don't know, double standards they show in different places. They go to enemies and they ha ha ha. When they laugh about you, they laugh with you. So this thing, the fake thing, either you do it or you believe in it. Both are bad. So make sure that you understand people who are genuine, even if they're rude. But if they're honest, appreciate people who are being honest to your face. Okay. Second point. Third point is religion and religious people. This is what I really thought about, because this month of Ramadan, fasting month. So 30 days, 31 days, depends on the, I think 30 April is what? January, February, March, April, I think 31, 30, 31, 30 days. Yeah, people will fast, and following that, there'll be Eid, okay, like your Christmas or Puja. So people in this 1 month believe, like different part of the world, they celebrate a little bit differently. They have different customs, different time schedule. Like our country, it's around from like early morning 6 something to 6, like 12 hours ish. Some countries, they have almost 20 hours of fasting, so it does is it cleanses your body. Also, you stay away from harmful things or manipulation, corruption, so it cleanses your system and inside as well, so it cleanses your heart. It's kind of like that's the theme. But many people, they do not understand the meaning of this. This is where a lot of fight happen. I really believe the fight in the world is only possible because people can be divided in terms of faith or religion. Leaders who are corrupted, who don't believe in religion, trust me, they're all corrupted. But they can play with your sentiment using your religion. Let's say you're Muslim and they make you angry towards Hindus. If you're Hindu, they make you angry, or those Muslims are really terrible. They are like hostile, they are these, that, they like bloodshed, and they're like, like fighting. And so what happens in a country, instead of staying peacefully next to each other, people start judging people based on religion. And many times I would actually agree to that. Not that hatred, but I would agree to the fact that certain religious people are acting wrongly, which is giving bad name to religion. There's nothing wrong with the religion. Always remember this, there's nothing wrong with religion, there's nothing wrong with technology. Let's say people complain TikTok is very bad, right? TikTok is very bad. It's bringing down human beings, humankind, and people are acting stupid, and they have these weird habits and they do weird things. Nothing wrong with the technology. The technology is meant for something good, make you earn, make entertainment. But people are doing stupid things. It's fault of people. When you have in the US, I noticed that black man dies, and then there's supposed to be justice. So when you want justice, you go to the street and protest. You do not go vandalism. We do not go rob stores. That's what destroys the purpose. I'm talking about religion in a way that race, religion, whatever, it gives your race or religion a bad name. Just because of few people's fault, people start looking at it, like, oh, these people, I knew it, these guys are meant to do this. And the sympathy goes away more and more from them. Like if you're a foreigner and you are living in under a lot of conditions, like you live in Europe and you're like Asian, and Europe, is it, or USA, like Australia, USA, people start nowadays the racial hatred. Why is that happening? People misunderstand people generalize people. So from both sides there is fault, right? In my humble opinion, if you do not judge a person by person and you just generalize, this guy is black, this guy is white, this guy is yellow, this guy is Muslim, Buddhist, Christian, and they must be all like that, you have to come out of it. In our country there's a lot of ignorance, more than knowledge. People believe people like leaders blindly, and those leaders are very evil. They are about money, they are about politics, they are about power. So they are used by political leaders, and they get a payment, and then they kind of corrupt innocent children, like in the schools, colleges. So this is where hatred and division creates. Extreme religious faith, extreme non-believers, or whatever, atheism. So nothing of extreme nature is good. So what I'm trying to say is there's nothing wrong with religion or any culture. Every culture, religion is beautiful, but just people messing it up. So do think of it. If you are like that, if you hate someone blindly, or you assume, get to know from other sources than what they are teaching you in your own region, right? Read, like, travel. If corona is gone, travel and see how other people are. If you think of, oh, Jewish people are all bad, they are suffering, blah blah. No, you have to see it's politicians and media, how they manipulate you. People, if they realize this one day, there will be no war, so these things I think about. Next point is death isn't the end. I'll do this a 20 minutes episode because I love sharing these, because life now, it is very unpredictable. Today you're here, tomorrow you may not be here. We have seen people passing. So what I've been thinking is that the fear, or the thought of death, it's scary. When you are young, you don't think of death. You don't think of like, oh, I have long time left, right? That would be a wrong statement nowadays, especially when the corona is here, COVID situations here. You might get sick and you might just die. Even if you're young, 20 something, fully healthy bodybuilder, you can just pass. But death is actually waiting for everybody, right? You and I, everybody's gonna die one day. And the thought is scary, but it's actually meaningful. Why? Because everything that has a start should have an end. Like there should be like say 1981 to 2030. Okay, so you have this lifespan, and it will be written on your grave. Okay, if you are like buried, and then in that life, what did you do? Did you do something memorable? Did you do kind things, good deeds in your life, that's what will make you remember. Perhaps not for very long. Maybe people who will remember you after 2 generations. No one will. But the things that you do, and if it affected other people's life in a good way, and then it helped them, a little bit of kindness helped others, right? So that actually will go a long way. You may not be remembered, but your work, your kindness will make a difference in other people's lives, right? Little bit of, if you can give limelight for free to a person who needs a little bit of push to go ahead in life, and you have that sort of power, give it to them. You never know where they'll land, and do it without any expectation. That's called charity, without any hope to get anything in return. Okay, so death is not everything. Like, we do fragrance reviews, right? I'm doing fragrance reviews, and if I say die, and my reviews, my work would be left. Like Carlos, Brooklyn fragrance lover, he's pretty much alive in his channel. All the reviewers who passed away, all the people who passed away, the actors, singers, big people who did good contribution to the community, society, they're alive through their work. So make sure you do something that keeps you immortal after life. So death isn't everything. What you did in between your life in this world, that would be important. Next is I have 2 more points. I think I'll try to finish. There is thing called fake hype. Okay, fake hype, or like fake success people show, fake happiness that shows, and the world sort of became like this nowadays. I really feel back in the time we had real friends. Nowadays, social media, you put tons of filters, makeup, and you just can be, you can be absolutely the most desirable thing in social media, and equally undesirable, lonely, pathetic life in real life. And I'm not trying to say it as an criticism, but this is what I see. Like, let's say we have few days back, we had Miss Bangladesh Universe, like Miss Bangladesh contest, and then they call so many girls, like just an example. There are a lot of talented girls, a lot of girls who actually were good candidate, but they make someone win who was actually backed up by corrupted judges. So the whole process sort of corrupted. When we used to watch games before, and cricket or football, we knew like these games are not like match fixing, or it's fixed before the game started. That's what made the game interesting, right? If there's no honesty, if there's no real thing in it, there'll be interest, right? If like everybody's lying, if like one girl, just example, they try to show so much makeup, and they're like, guys go like, I want to see some, so some of the reviewers will be like popping them up, and even if they don't have, they're popping them up, and they try to get popularity view. So they move away from the main focus of reviewing fragrances, and they go do some other things to get views. Okay, so people are doing these a lot. They try to do things. Of course, you can go creative ideas, but things that are not true. It's kind of shady, So in the end, you'll realize one day, and your passion will die. So in the end, your soul will die, living a fake life. So do not fall for the fake thing. Do not do fake things. Okay, my humble request: if you don't feel good vibe about a fragrance, if you're reviewing, do not say it's so good, oh my god, so it will sell. Some companies give it for free. Don't do that. Don't sell your soul to the devil. Okay, if you do that, you might actually fool few people out there, but in the end, you'll never find happiness. This is fact. You say how, try it and see. Okay, and last thing is, we human beings, okay, last point, are all imperfect. We are not perfect, and many times we don't realize that. We don't say it out loud. We never admit we are at fault, we are wrong. We never say sorry. We're too proud, right? And that shows a corrupted side. That means you're so proud, you actually are you say that you're a great religious person, that you have good faith, but if you know in your heart that you did something wrong, and you don't have the guts to admit it, you are corrupted. And it's normal. We have a lot of faults. We lie, we make mistakes. No one is out of mistake. Everybody makes mistake, and they know it. Say that you are head of state, and you know that you're doing a wrong move, and that's gonna cause some bad things. People may die, people may suffer, and people may die in poverty, and you know you did it. At certain time, karma will come and bite you, for sure. Your good times won't last forever. That's for sure. But as normal human beings like us, if we made a mistake, if it's a genuine mistake, it's okay. God is here too. Big guy is here too. judge us. We will be judged after life based on our deeds here. So if we did something wrong, we will be punished. If we did some good, he will decide. If we did some good stuff, maybe people will say like, oh, this guy, from outside, he's a very bad guy, he's not religious, he's a this, that. But actually, reality, you don't know who he is. You're just talking about it, you just badmouth, uh, like backbite. Leave it up to God. We are not perfect. This is what my point is. Last point is, we judge a lot of people, what they do, what their work is. This guy is not good, he sucks. But in on the other side, you are not doing anything those people are doing. If you cannot do better work, keep your mouth shut. If you have nothing else to say, good to say, keep your mouth shut. Don't be rude to people. Don't say harmful things. Life is too short, guys. Improve and work on your own faults, because we always have something to learn from everybody. Even if the worst person out there, there's something life can teach from them. So that's my points, and I think I will be done for the day. Thanks for watching. If you did, sometimes I just like to do these because life is important, and it's really, life is real. Fragrances are nice, but right, life is real. So it's good we share once in a while if it makes a difference in someone else's lives, and I really hope it does. So I'm just sharing what I feel, positive vibes inside. Have a nice day, stay blessed, and always all the best with your fasting month. Stay safe and stay healthy. Okay, I'll see you soon. Have a nice day. Bye bye.